Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again with the best bait deck to create complete chaos in Clash Royale. This log bait deck is always on offense with so many threats that your opponent won't even know where to look. When the mortar is looking to lock onto their opponent's tower, skeleton barrels are being spammed in one side, the goblin barrel is directly on top of their tower. They also have to deal with the splash damage from the mortar and the firecracker and electro spirit. Even if they drop their units in the right spot, sometimes you can tornado them directly back into the tower and then have them get splashed again. Especially if your opponent has arrows and they use it on the firecracker, they're gonna get absolutely obliterated by the goblin barrel plus skeleton barrel push. And sometimes you can even sneak a sinister giant skeleton through because your opponent doesn't know what to do. They're gonna have so much on their plate when all the spam is coming at them that if they're even a little bit late, they cannot escape their fate with damage. Because you have such a cheap cycle with electro spirit and skeletons, you can get back to any damage dealing card that you want in seconds. And then you'll have a full course meal with seconds of your opponent's tower. This is probably the most aggressive and fun deck that I've played in Clash Royale in a long time. And it's crazy that it has such clutch defenses with the giant skeleton bomb, the mortar on defense, the tornado to activate King Tower, and then the annoying firecracker that never seems to die. So despite it being one of the most difficult decks to defend, it's super easy for you to defend it at the same time. It simply doesn't feel fair, but it's a ton of fun to play. So let's go jump straight to some games and assert dominance today. And a huge thanks to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. Jumping into this one, we got a game against Tap. What's happening, brother? I want to go for skeleton so I can go for a skeleton barrel as fast as possible. The summoning circle with the skeletons allowed me to get even bigger skeletons on the map. And the next skeleton is going to be better than that. Wow, we're just increasingly dropping heavier cost elixir skeletons on the map every single time. Oh, man. We're evolving, and it feels fantastic because I think that the bowler isn't going to give him any value. It should die to the mortar, and it should die to the giant skeleton. And if you drop things too close together, I believe that the firecracker will also damage the tower. If only the mortar was able to shoot on that too. Okay, so this is one of those situations that I'm feeling really scummy, and I want to be a sly sir. I want the giant skeleton on the tower. I tornadoed it back for a reason. Please give me the damage. That is sublime. If you haven't done that before, you need to start using tornado effectively, especially if your opponent doesn't have good cards to counter you. Oh no, this is bad. This is horrendous. I don't have anything for that. That is so much damage. That might actually be my entire tower. I don't have anything for a skeleton army. Now it's a win condition. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess well played identifying that I didn't have anything for it because I dropped my electro spirit and skeletons. I'm going to go in for a goblin barrel with my giant skeleton because he doesn't have skeleton army. And then I'm going to use the skeleton barrel on the other side to hopefully do a lot of damage at the same time because he doesn't have arrows to kill everything at once. So you know what? We're kind of back in business. Wow, skeletons swarming in every single side. And this has been one wild adventure. If only I could tank for the giant skeleton long enough. Oh, did that hit? Did that hit? Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. We're getting Christmas presents everywhere. This has been one of the most uninterpretable games that I've ever played. Like, you would think that something would happen, then the exact opposite happens every time. He's going to arrow on the firecracker. That at least was predictable. And then I can maybe go for a skeleton barrel again. Nope, not going to do that. I'm just going to let the bats die. The thing about this tower is he has to fireball it or he has to go in for a graveyard. That's a huge overcommitment. What are you doing? This is a true giant graveyard player. They just overcommit like crazy every single time. This is hilarious. He spent so much elixir. I think I can just go for simple skeletons. The giant skeleton's going to be tanking for the goblins. And then the skeleton barrel pops on the bowler, fully surrounding it. Holy moly, that's insane, bro. We're eating you alive like guacamole. That's ridiculous.
Do it! Just do it!
That is so much value. Oh, I thought the death bomb was going to explode on the tower as well. He's going to have arrows, so he should hypothetically be able to shut this down, unless he doesn't want to. Unless he doesn't want to. Giant graveyard players, they're built different, guys. I swear, he's going to giant graveyard in the middle. So I'm going to prepare with a mortar here, and then pull back the giant, and then go in for skeletons. So that's the game plan. I think it worked out. So then I can use my tornado effectively on the graveyard skeleton so they're not able to do enough damage. Please, 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 please. Oh my gosh, that almost did enough. That was really close. If I didn't use the mortar to pull back the giant, I wouldn't have had enough elixir for the tornado, and then I would have lost the game. I really needed that tornado on defense to clean up the graveyard skeletons. This deck creates chaos like no other. On to the next one. This man doesn't have a clan, but we have a plan. Let's go. So first things first, you guys already know the deal. Definitely like going for mortar as a starting play because you're going to bait out a lot of elixir usually. Something in the opposite lane to distract it that you don't want to drop. And then when you're on top with more value, the mortar is going to connect to the tower because he has to, you know, body block it multiple times in a row. He literally dropped 7 elixir to deal with a 4 elixir mortar. And then At the same time, he had nothing in the other side because he was drained. He was depleted. He was drier than the Sahara Desert. And we packed a punch with the incredible munch of the skeletons. Maybe I can go in for a firecracker here. Okay, so he's going to have a fast cycle with Fire Spirit. Not necessarily going to be the best matchup available for me, right? He could Fire Spirit trick to counter the Goblin Barrel. He could Tesla on top of the Skeleton Barrel. Or he could just log, right? There's so many different things at his disposal to counter me. But I think we can dispose of him quite nicely if we continue to play this deck well. I want to see if he's going to go in for a Valkyrie again and then go in for a Dark Goblin because that's what he did last time. So I'm going to predict that with the Giant Skeleton. As the Valkyrie should die to the Tornado. Plus, like, other stuff here. Yeah, I think I can tornado that into the bomb. That's good. Maybe we get a hit on the tower. Is the mortar going to connect to the tower? It should. It should. Yes! That's what I'm talking about, baby. 3 elixir is definitely going to be worth that every single chance we get. I'm going to Electric Spirit and Skeletons. I take some damage, but it is worth it in the long run. The Tesla was weird. I don't know what that does besides, like, prevent me from going for a Skeleton Barrel here. You know what? Yeah, it does something. It prevents a lot more because that Fire Spirit is obnoxious. Maybe the Skeletons can tank. That's not going to do too much, but when you go in for the Dark Goblin, I'm able to hit that as well. So I'm going to pull everything together so the mortar hopefully hits the Dark Goblin at least. Yes, that's so clean. I love doing that. All right, I'm going to Firecracker here. I'm going to go... Oh, I got another mortar shot. That's ridiculous. I did not expect to get that much value. All right, he's going to have more damage on the left-hand side, so it's good that he went Goblin Barrel to the right. That's pretty cool. Yes, sir. You went on the right side, but it wasn't the right side to go in on, bro. All right, I'm going to go in for a Goblin Barrel as well. Try to get some more cheeky chip. Firecracker going to activate King Tower, maybe? Oh, no. Wait. Firecracker, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are your plans? I don't understand. Tesla is super obnoxious against Mortar. I hate playing against that. All right, we can activate King Tower now. And then I don't think that we're going to be able to hit the Dark Goblin. So it is what it is. It be how it be. Oh, wait. We do kill the Dark Goblin. That was awesome. Build up a bigger push with the Giant Skeleton then. And I'll go Skeleton Barrel here as well. I expect him to go Goblin Barrel. So I'm just getting preemptively ready with my Skeletons in the back just to build up a bigger push. And then I can go in for a Mortar here. He goes in for a Valkyrie. I might be able to get away with a Tornado. And then pull it really close together with the Dark Goblin and then get chip damage onto the tower and finish off the Valkyrie. Wait, that was nutty! That was insane! And then we get the Skeleton Barrel to body block? No way! This deck is so good. This deck is so good. I never thought that this would work. That's so cool. And then it's going to hit the mortar shot on top of everything as well. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. All right, I can go in for another mortar here and then keep up the aggression and then go in for an Electric Spirit. Why is he going in that side? Bro, what are you doing? What you doing out here, brother mother? I can go for a Goblin Barrel. I think that we're going to probably bait out a log or something, or maybe he doesn't have Elixir because he's so preemptively, preoccupied. I think it's worth it. The mortar should be able to get a shot off to finish off the Dark Goblin. Then I just need a body block a little bit harder. If I can body block, then we can win the game with the mortar. How did that not target the Valkyrie? How did that not target the Valkyrie? Does anyone know? Yeah, he said good luck. I feel like I did have good luck there. That was the luckiest interaction ever. I have no clue how the mortar didn't hit the Valkyrie there, but I'm not going to complain. I'll just go to the next game. All right, let's get it. So we got a game against Javier. First things first, guys, you already know the deal. If we've got this aggressive of a deck, we are never letting up on the gas pedal. Full send all the time. I want to go in for a Firecracker at the river just to annoy our opponent a little bit more because he's going to be, looking at the Skeletons with the Inferno Dragon. Maybe even the Firecracker can get some chip damage. Oh, yes. That's crazy good. So I can go in for a Mortar here to go and pull the Balloon. I think that's worth it because I get damage on the tower. And then he's not going to be able to break through with the Balloon. The Balloon's going to take multiple shots to finish it off. And I can simply Electric Spirit here. So very, very good start to the game right now. Getting damage on both sides, having every avenue to explore, and just being up to my wild imagination to see where it takes us. If I go for a Firecracker in the right-hand side, it's going to go jump back into the Giant Skeleton, I think. So I'm going to go for that. Oh, he's going to have arrows anyway, but he drops arrows and then realizes that he needs it for the Goblin Barrel and Skeleton Barrel, right? You can't get away with that, bro. What are you thinking you're doing out here? I need to go for Skeletons simply because I don't want the Barbarians to get too far away. I want them all just to get destroyed by that bomb. And I'm loving this situation. One thing that I was thinking about was removing the Electric Spirit. And then I thought about the deck a little bit more. I'm like, nah, there has to be a reason why the Electric Spirit's in the deck. You guys see a single counter to graveyard in my deck? No, there isn't any. So you need the Electro Spirit to finish off all the graveyard skeletons if you ever play against that. Otherwise, you're going to have a miserable, miserable time if you run Fire Spirit. It's not able to chain onto all of the graveyard skeletons like an Electro Spirit would. I just wanted to take some time to say that. Oh, by the way, how's the Firecracker just meandering around the map like nobody's business, individually dissecting each part of our opponent's push? That's hilarious that worked out so well. This mortar on offense, yeah, I think it's pretty good. Not the worst, but it's also not the best. If I go in for a giant skeleton on the same side as our opponent, then I need the bomb to explode and also finish off our opponent's stuff. I could also go in for the... this is a little bit scuffed. I need to go in Psycho Firecracker, Tornado. I'm going to eat some damage here, and I think it will be worth it in the end. So, I'm going to go in for that Tornado on the balloon. As soon as it gets that one hit. And then we pull it directly to the King. Oh! It didn't go towards the King Tower! Wait, what? I think I waited too long. Oh, no! I can't do that anymore. He's spamming so much stuff at me. All right, so with 37 seconds remaining, we've got the Electro Spirit to reset, so I think I'm okay. I'm going to eat a bit of damage, and I'm going to go in Tornado. He's going to think that he's okay, but he's not. He is not. We got that Electro Spirit, and then Skeletons to go and pull. I need to be able to get a Skeleton Barrel down here in case he continues to spam, because I need that to pop on all of this stuff. Please kill my Skeletons so they can distract stuff. Okay, 16 seconds remaining. All we have to do is hold the door. I'm still floored by the fact that worked out so well for him. He gets Skeletons down here, maybe get a Mortar down as well. This is really, really close. That Skeleton Dragon might do enough damage, and it does. No! Why is this game so close? But I have 2 Firecrackers on the field. I think I win. I don't think he can stop that. Honestly, this game has been terrible, but it's the terrible type of game that you want to see. The ones that you win. Winning ugly, guys. We're playing tennis out here. I'm going to follow up with a giant skeleton. There's no way you can kill the Firecrackers. Oh my gosh, we're cracked. We're popping off. These Firecrackers are hitting 4th of July fireworks every single time, baby. This is divine. I can just keep up the spam because there's no way he can come close to stopping this. We just have too much stuff coming at him at the same time. I'm going to go for a Mortar, and then I'll Tornado all of his stuff back. Oh my gosh, wait, I don't want to do that. I just want the Barbarians to get really close so then I can go for another Goblin Barrel. The balloon's going to get pulled backwards no matter... Why didn't he drop it off to the side there? That's so funny. Oh, this is legendary. Okay, I can go for another Mortar just to go and make sure that the balloon doesn't get enough damage. And then I can Tornado with the Skeleton Dragons. Yeah, there's no way. That was too much fun. I was going to say, if the Skeleton Dragons don't pop the Skeleton Barrel instantly, then he's going to get popped. Walk away with a win. One of the worst games ever, but that was so much fun. Sometimes the stupidest games in Clash Royale are the best ones. Hey, we got a game against the almighty Mr. Pancakes, man. So... obviously, if you are going to end up bridge spamming me into Giant Skeleton, Tornado, or whatever, I want to let you have the first play. Amazing start for me, guys. Let's get it. Playing against Royal Ghost Bridge Spam when I have Tornado to activate King Tower is amazing. I'm going to go for a Firecracker to get more damage on his tower because Firecracker is not going to die to the Musketeer. He's going to have to spend more Elixir. Very, very annoying for him. And then I can get a Giant Skeleton down on top of all of the Goblins that are getting spawned in the left-hand lane. So, not a bad spot to be in. I actually quite like this. Especially because most of my Wink Editions, like Firecracker and Mortar, damage you down from a distance. So if you activate King Tower, it's not that big of a deal. But if I activate King Tower against you, that is definitely going to be super annoying. Oh, wait. Giant Skeleton is not going to get onto the tower, but the Mortar will because he has nothing to body block it. He was so preoccupied by the Giant Skeleton. He forgot about the Mortar just wreaking havoc on him. King Tower activation comes up clutch for the first time against the Ghost. That's what I was talking about before. It's going to be really painful for our opponent. So since he's got log, even though we can get the log with the Skeleton Barrel, we're still going to end up getting damage every single time. We want to get the log with the Skeleton Barrel because we get damage there, and then we get damage with the Goblin Barrel. But if they log the Goblin Barrel, you get no damage. So try to bait them out in that type of situation where they don't have the right counter for you. All right, I'm going to go Skeletons to counter this, and then I can go in for a Firecracker as well because it's going to give me better push afterward. To be able to finish that off, and then I can Electro Spirit again, or I can go in for Skeleton Barrel. Skeleton Barrel is way better. It's obnoxious to do these dual lane aggression with a Giant Skeleton after you identify what their Win condition is, and you defend that, and then you also go in for shenanigans on the other side with the Goblin Barrel or a Skeleton Barrel with your Firecracker that you also defend it with. But one thing that I learned about Mortar is always keep up the pressure. If your opponent doesn't have Elixir, it's going to be impossible for them to defend a Goblin Barrel in the tower, a Firecracker also on top of whatever units they defend, while a Mortar is, shooting the tower at the same time. Like, he just doesn't have Elixir. It's literally impossible for him to defend all that. So, especially in single Elixir, when they're spread thin, that's when you're going to get most of your damage with Mortars. and you drop it when you're at literally 4 elixir, and then you spam a goblin barrel or you go for a skeleton barrel, and that's where you get your damage. So I could also activate King Tower with this, the initial goblin, by tornadoing the initial goblin in my King Tower, but I had already activated it, so I'm not going to do that again. I just wanted to highlight that in case you guys didn't know. All right, we're going to go for an Electro Spirit here to reset, and then I think I can get a Giant Skeleton down again. This might not be that bad. Oh, I should have pulled both of the ghosts back in. Wait, the mortar connected again, and then he doesn't have log. He just dropped a log. He messed up so bad. If this Giant Skeleton crosses, I can have the Giant Skeleton tank, and then the Firecrackers will be able to hopefully do a ton of damage as well. Look at that. The Firecrackers lined up. That's perfectly planned. Oh my goodness. Disgusting. I'm going to mortar here because he's going to go in for a goblin drill. He's going to all in me. Or maybe he just gave up.
We can still win this.
Nah, he didn't give up. He refuses to lose. He refuses to surrender. What a savage. I appreciate that, you know? I appreciate the all-in mentality. All right, I'm going to go for skeletons here. Wow, he has mirror drill. I did not expect that in the slightest, guys. It's not going to do much, but it was cool. It was kind of cute. I respect. All right, he's going to log. And then, you know what? I've won this one. He's just going to make this game go forever.
Oh, hell no.
That was way closer than I wanted it to be. He was gearing up to mirror log me, guys. He had an entire giant skeleton on the left-hand side just to make this close. Wow, I thought my giant skeleton was going to take the tower there, and it didn't. And then I was like, wait, what? I need to go for a goblin barrel, and he tried to mirror log at the last second and lost. All right, we got another one here. So first things first, you guys already know the deal. I want to go for a skeleton barrel and keep up the aggression. Onslaught of aggression at every single twist and turn. Your opponent can see skeletons in their dreams and their nightmares, or even on their tower in some situations. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. So I'm going to go for an Electro Spear and then a Goblin Barrel, so then he's not able to activate King Tower. He's going to have to defend the Goblin Barrel or drop a log on everything at once. If you're going to go for an Electro Spirit, you generally want to go in for a Goblin Barrel with it as well, because otherwise they'll try to activate King Tower, and they'll log on top of the Goblin Barrel, but then if they log on top of the Goblin Barrel, they'll also kill the Electro Spirit, so then they can't activate King Tower. So if they've got log, they're fine. If they don't, then it's a really, really good play to go Electro Spirit plus Goblin Barrel. This can also chain onto all of your opponent's stuff, so if they've got like Snowball or Zap, you can get some extra damage because it's going to, you know, lock onto the tower and reset the tower animation so it can't shoot it. Also, the Electro Spirit is going to chain onto the skeletons. That's hilarious. I hit the minions too. This is ridiculous. Are you kidding me right now? Look at this value. And then the Firecracker pops off. I gotta say, his tombstone is certainly not defending his tower. In fact, I think it's screwing him over. The fact that he's dropping the tombstone on his side of the map, it gave me a pathway for the Electro Spirit. And then it also gave me, you know, some shooting range for the Firecracker. So in honesty, I think that was one of the worst plays I've ever seen with a tombstone in my life. Felt really good for me. I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel here, off to the side, see if he messes up, see if he goes in for a Bard Barrel, or... No, he's got Zap. This is really, really solid stuff. I think when we see Inferno Dragon and Zap, it is bound to be another Lava Hound player. You know, last time I played against Lava Hound, I was doing so well. I was vibing. I thought I won the game, and then I missed my Tornado. So let's see if we can play a little bit better here. Also, admittedly, I think playing against a Lava Hound Arrows deck with Miner and Zap, that is way harder to play against than the one that we're playing against right now. So... I don't know. Maybe we can have a clean redemption arc here. I'm hoping and praying that we can find our way. I'm going to go for another Goblin Barrel here. I'm going to go for a Skeleton Barrel on the other side. Here we go, Balloon. Can I hit it? Can I do it? I'm not even going to go for a Mortar. I'm just going Balloon to the moon. The value with the Tornado. You guys already know. That's the strategy here. Do I pull it off? You guys already know. We do not mess up twice. We mess our opponents up instead. I think Giant Skeleton here is going to be the better body blocker. It's just got more health points. So, I mean, more health points for me equals more value. Equals a sadder Sir on the other side of the map. All right. Definitely want to go in for a Skeleton Barrel on the other side just to force out more Elixir. It's going to be fun. This is not going to be fun for him, but I'm here for it. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Barrel and probably apply aggression on both sides as per usual. That's what we like to see. Skeleton Barrel plus Firecracker on the right-hand side is going to give us a lot of value. I can Electro Spirit again and just... Oh, that wasn't supposed to be a Goblin Barrel, but maybe it's good. If I can keep the Firecracker alive, it was completely calculated. That was worth it. That was actually straight up worth it. I can't believe it. The Firecracker staying alive is about to give me profuse value. This is amazing. Beating out a Mortar, a shot as well. That's so cool. Oh, man. I can go for a Skeleton Barrel because he's not going to have enough Elixir to deal with this. I can go for Skeletons on the other side. I can use a Tornado to kill everything and then go for Skeletons with a Firecracker. Oh, my gosh. That was one of the best lucky plays of my life. I'm going to go for another Skeleton Barrel here just to keep up the aggression because if it's a low Elixir game, there's no way he's able to defend, right? So I'm just going to keep spamming stuff. That's how this deck works. He misses the Firecracker. It's amazing. This has been one of the most fun games ever. After having a super stressful game against the last balloon player, now we got an easy one. Yo, if I tornado that away, then the mortar still stays onto the tower, and we have all the power. All you can do is give us the green goblin laugh. I'm sorry, man. That must have been miserable for you. There's no one in the world that actually wants to play against this deck. But the best part was definitely getting redemption against that balloon, activating King Tower and not messing it up for the second time in the row. We bounced back. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily content, and have an awesome rest of your day.